glad to see you back. Today, I'm not putting you to work. Today, I'm gonna give you a little bit of insight about me and how I communicate, where I get my information, just things that I'm sure all of you are probably wondering. So, this is part 64. If this is the first time seeing me, you absolutely do not belong here right now. You need to get out of here. Head back to the intro, figure out why we're here, figure out if you want to be here. If so, start at part one, do the work, and meet us back here when you caught up. For all of you that has been doing the work and keeping up with my videos, video by video, you belong here right now. All you newbies, head back. Start at part one. Okay, a little bit about me. I guess you would call me a medium. I don't know how I feel about that. I hear a lot of people calling themselves light workers, animal communicators. Like, there's so many different titles. I don't know if they give themselves that title or somebody told them that's what they are, or they list like their qualifications to determine their title. I'm not really sure. All I know is I've connected back to my soul, and now I can connect with souls that have passed, from what you guys would consider it, but souls that are waiting to reincarnate is what I would consider them. So, because I'm divine, I have the ability to call upon anybody that I want to call upon. Now, for example, that my dad's back down here, I can't call upon my dad. I mean, he's down here. But for example, my mom, it's not heaven, but she is in peace, waiting for when she is ready to reincarnate again, which it's not like in 7 years you have to reincarnate. You just have to wait 7 Earth years, but anytime when they're ready, they can choose to come back and do life again. But that soul has to be ready. Life's hard. We all know that. So I can connect, for example, with my mom. I cannot connect with lost souls, the ones that I said if somebody has molested somebody under the age of 18, they are a lost soul. They don't ever reincarnate. You're never going to heaven. The devil doesn't want you. You just come out of your body. And I guess, I've heard mediums be like, they need to go to the light. Tell them to go to the light. It's probably them. Like, they're probably the souls that are stuck. It's probably lost souls. Hold on, let me ask. Pause. Yeah, that's who it is. I asked Source. He definitely said yes. Those are the souls that medium are like, oh, they're stuck. Yeah, they're not stuck. They don't get to go on. That's that's their eternity now. I cannot connect with souls that belong to the devil. The ones who have murdered someone, who have wished death upon people. For example, like if you wish death upon somebody, black magic or whatever, and that person dies, the devil owns your soul because you had a hand in maliciously taking someone's life. And as I said, if you take someone's life or have a hand in it, you belong to the devil and he'll come and collect you. So, of course, when I try to connect with those souls, I'll get an answer, but they're wrong answers because the devil lies, obviously. So usually when I like run into somebody that I'm like, I'm a medium, and they're like, oh, can you connect to, my uncle, because my uncle just passed. I'm like, yeah, I can do that for you. So I'm like, we're going to ask 3 questions. I want you to ask me 3 questions, and only one out of those 3, questions, I want it to be, like the right answer, like they love Mountain Dew, you know what I mean? And so like that's going to be one of the questions, like, do you love Mountain Dew? And if I get a no, then I know that it isn't that person and that it's the devil, because obviously if I'm connecting to his soul, we're going to get right answers. If we're getting the wrong answers, that's because they don't own their soul. Lost souls, I cannot communicate with either. I cannot connect to them. But anybody that's reincarnating or is in heaven or source, my archangels, yeah, I can call upon them. So I ask questions to gain information. And don't think that I sit here like all day long asking questions. Sometimes I'll go down the rabbit hole and I'm like, question. But I definitely do cut people off sometimes. Like family or friends that get excited and they're like, oh, can you ask this? Can you ask that? But when it goes a little bit too deep or there's just some information that, yeah, we don't need to know. I don't know if it's because I'm divine that I'm not nosy, but I only get or ask information that is necessary. Yeah. I don't get obsessed is what I'm saying. Like, it isn't too often that I'm just sitting here asking question and crazy. Like, nah. So who do I ask my questions to for the information that I give you guys in your videos? The only people I ask for, the only souls that I ask for information from are my archangels that are constantly with me, my three. Source, the Holy Spirit. Those are the people that I'm asking for information for these videos. Sometimes I'll get the information in a download. You'll hear other mediums on here talk about that they got a download or they're going to share this download. It actually comes in pretty quick. It's like, it's just like this information that all of a sudden you know, and you're like, how do I know this information? Which, because I can connect, I'll immediately connect and ask, like, who gave me that information? Is this information accurate? You know what I mean? Well, not that, is it accurate? Like, if it's coming from source or one of my angels, like, obviously I know it's accurate, but is it accurate, and who it came from is usually what I want to know. So before I post each video, every single one of these videos, I ask source, or who you would refer to as God, if he approves of the video. Does he want me to re-record it? Is he okay with it? Can I post it? Sometimes I'll record it, but he doesn't want me to post it that day. Sometimes, you know what I mean? It's a couple days, so that's okay. I'm here to help, so it's whatever source has me to do. But I figured you were probably wondering how I get my information. I have this funny story. I don't know if it had anything to do with my awakening in this lifetime. I don't think it did. I know it's because I ran into my twin flame in this lifetime. But when I was younger, my dad would take us hunting, and he would like drive on roads that as a child I felt were so unsafe. But I know my dad would never hurt us or take us somewhere that was unsafe. Like, he would get out and go look around or walk ahead to make sure that the road ahead was safe. And I remember going up this big giant rock wash, and I was terrified, and I prayed to God that if he got me and my family out of the wash, that I would dedicate my life to him, that I would become a nun. And we did come out of the wash, obviously. We were going to. But it always kind of weighed on me. Like, I always thought about it, like, oh, I lied to God because I didn't become a nun, you know? And it wasn't that I lied, you know, obviously when I'm a little girl, you know, versus an adult, like, things happen, you know, things change. Like, I was nowhere near a nun. I told you guys I was like Chucky. No. But when I finally decided that I wanted change, that I absolutely needed change, I couldn't keep going through life like I was going through life. I was going to make change somehow, some way. It's a little bit longer than I was expecting. So let's make this part one, or no, part A, and then we'll make the next one part B.